And when I started playing sports, when I got to high school, that's kind of when it kind of started clicking to where that leadership, those leadership qualities I started to embrace and in a positive way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to be cool when everybody else is being cool. It's tough when you're the only one doing something and you don't know if it's right or not, but it feels right, but everybody else doing, they having fun, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been in me, and it started with sports, and then through life, just going through situations with my parents, going through situations with my family, going through situations in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? It just happened that way where I would lend advice, you know what I'm saying? People would hear my story or know something about me. For example, they knew my mom was in prison, and I would have people I go to school with ask me, man, how do you live without your mama, bro? Like, are you okay? Like, you know what I mean? So it was just me being me. You know, I never really decided to do something. It was just always who I've been. So when I speak, I always try to use an analogy that everyday people can understand.
Yeah.
So that was just an example. You know what I'm saying?
Have you heard of Darius Daniels?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Myron Golden?
Yeah.
You know Myron Golden?
I'm tapped in, bro. Like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So with what you're saying,
I've listened to plenty of that stuff.
I was listening to with what you're saying was actually very similar to what I was listening to on the way up here.
Yeah.
First and foremost, man, how you and Stanley meet?
Oh man, me and Stanley met in about 2001. We was in the 6th grade. We had lived in the same apartment complex. I think I had just moved to Culpeper, and he had already stayed there. So I'm out riding my bikes, and me and Stanley bumped into each other that day. You know what I mean? Same age, same grade, same school, same neighborhood, and it's been locked in ever since. You know, we bonded just on some neighborhood interacting. Oh, I love this. This the one.
Yeah.
That's that Biggie. Sky's the limit vibe.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I sampled Bobby Caldwell. That's a Bobby Caldwell sample.
Okay. Wow.
Right? And he died the other day.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy. What I love about sports the most is the buzzer beater, man. The buzzer beater is so exciting. It gets you riled up because a lot of times in those situations, a team has come back to win the game. And I played football. One of the worst feelings in sports is when you look up in the stands in the 4th quarter and you see stands walking off because they think the game is over. All right. The correlation to that I'm making is in life, you may feel like some people have given up on you. You may have given up on yourself. But I'm here to tell you, man, you still got time left on the clock. If God woke you up this morning, you have an opportunity to be great. You have an opportunity to still win the game. And that's the mentality that you got to have in life every day. Because you go through life and you got bills, you got children, you got a wife, you got a husband, you got situations, and sometimes life will make you feel less than. Sometimes life will make you feel like you ain't got it. But you got to have that mentality of never giving up. You got to have that spirit of Michael Jordan in you in Game 6.
How did you and Stanley first meet?
Stanley and I knew each other back in, I think we first met probably 6th grade. I recognized him in 5th grade, but he didn't recognize me. But officially met in 6th grade. And really got close probably in middle school, good friends. In high school, even closer as friends. And our senior year of high school, we tried to date a little bit. And we called each other our high school sweethearts.
What would you say has been Stanley's biggest pivot in life?
I think Stanley's biggest pivot, definitely his shift from transitioning from an athlete to just a student and then a coach and a man in general. But if I'd have to say his biggest one is becoming a father for sure.
Okay. What does dad mean to you?
You mean a lot to me.
Okay. In what aspects? What do you mean when you say I mean a lot to you? Why do I mean a lot to you?
Because, not only because you're my father, but I love you. I love you and you love me.
But I need you to understand that I love you. I need you to understand that I'll always be here for you. Coach Winnie gonna coach you. It's gonna be like 1,000 kids out there. You ready?
Actually?
Yeah. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be more kids than this. Yeah. You're gonna have to show them what you got.
We got a quick speak the party real fast. Okay. Buster Hunter. Played at Clemson. Has talked to my team.
I'm happy to be here. It's good to see y'all working out here, man. A lot of your competition at home right now. Some people summer ain't started, but y'all out here getting it in. I love to see that. So I like how the Broome guys are mixed in with the Spartanburg guys too. That competition breeds a lot of survival that you're gonna need in life. But I want to talk to you guys quick, man, about a couple of things, man. Like just about how important what you guys are a part of is to your future. All right. So how many of you guys got goals? How many of you guys want to go to the NFL? Raise your hand high. Y'all got goals to go to college and all that good stuff. College, NFL, all that good stuff, right? It's about 75% of y'all, right? Do you guys understand the opportunity that's at hand, though? So why is it important that you guys are, what's the importance of this team aspect? What's the importance of you guys being here on time, wearing the same color jerseys, wearing the same type of helmets? It's a structure in place for a reason, right? And if you guys take hold of what these, not only just Coach Hodge, but all of these coaches and parents are trying to really put into you, guys, you have an opportunity that most people don't even get to touch. I started Hunter Elite. So that's your shirt right there, Coach.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Hunter Elite Fitness, man.
That's
And
all right. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I go?
Why don't you talk to us a little bit about when you got the news that you had to do a little time?
Well, that morning I was working at a motel, trying to make things look well, and the kids went to school that day and they were late, and so I was fussing because I had to walk them to school that day. So about noon, my sister worked at the courthouse, and she heard my name being called, and she called me and told me that, and my attorney paged me and told me I needed to get down there immediately. So I got there. Long story short, the jury was already picked. Everything was already waiting on me. I was late. They continued the trial the next day, which made them lock me up that night. The next morning, I was sentenced. Just open and shut. No questions asked. And I was sentenced to 25 years. No parole. 85%. I did 21 years, 6 months.
You cannot use the same pain that I feel from to hurt me anymore.
Right.
I've already dealt with that part of my life. Those wounds aren't open anymore. I've already prayed about that. God He's already delivered me from those pains. And I encourage you to heal.
Yeah, son.
Where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I go?
And how was your first day out when you saw all your kids and your family?
Amazing, and still is. I never had been outside the institution, so I was so excited, and I hadn't had clothes. I wanted to be dressed up. I wanted to look nice for them, and so I had on high heels, so I was fat, and I was tipping and running to them. I was so excited. I just can't explain the joy of just holding my kids. When I seen everybody, I saw each one of them as the age I left them. My first sight of them were small. Like, have you ever seen that show, Law and Order, and they do those flashes from the past and you see, that's how it felt. Like I saw them as the kids they were, and then when I hugged them, it was real, It's amazing. And I still flash every day that I wake up. Right now, I'm excited. I wake up open my eyes, look out the window, and jump out that bed. I'm excited just to be alive, to be free to hug my kids anytime I want to, my grandkids, go outside and just say hey to anybody. I'm just happy. You know, it's just life is good.
How was it coaching Stanley up at an early age?
Well, you just knew as a early age he was an athlete outside. He was playing free safety, playing some receiver, and then we realized how much he could get after the ball. So he put his hand on the ground and said, "Go get the ball." And it was probably the best move we made because it allowed us to use his instincts and his natural ability to go get the football. And that's what he was good at. He had great instincts, probably the most instinctual football player I've coached, and one of the hardest workers. So he became the leader of our defense, and he was just a pleasure to coach and a pleasure to be around. He made everybody around him better.
What would you say would be one word to describe Stanley?
Tenacious. In everything he does, he's just tenacious.
Real friends come a dime a dozen, but on the real, I know I always have my cousin.
What does Stanley mean to you as a friend?
Right. So as a friend, I would say Stanley just means like somebody that's always there for you. I mean, it's rarely what he can tell you no, you know what I mean? He can't do something because he's always available for the people he loves, you know. So for me, he just means a lot, man. He watches my son. If I need him to come help me on the truck when I'm doing stuff on the box truck, he come help me, you know what I mean? If anything, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in California and I need him to come help me move, he coming to help me move, you know. So Stanley means a lot to me. So I mean, it's the highest level you can put it. He right up there with that, you know what I mean? Real friends, I ain't got many, but if you asking about foes, feel like I got plenty. Old Spartanburg, we was at Dennis till I hit a grand slam, then it got empty, oh Lord.
What does the word family mean to you?
Oh man, family, that's everything, man. Family is who I am. I got that tat when I was in college. God, family, and gridiron. That's all I know. Family is I think of a village. You know what I'm saying? I think I got 8, 9 brothers and sisters. So it's everything about my DNA, everything about my personality. I learned how to share because of family. I learned how to love because of my family. I learned how to treat women because of my family. I have a lot of brothers, only 2 sisters. So, you know that you learn how to play with your brothers different than you play with your sisters. You know what I'm saying? So in that, as we grew, you learn how to treat women, your mother. You know what I'm saying? You play with your mom different than you play with your dad. So it's like family, man, is everything. My cousins were like my brothers. My brothers taught me how to fight, taught me how to play, everything. You know what I'm saying? Defended me. So family, man, that's everything to me.
Can you describe growing up with Stanley for me, please?
Honestly, he like my twin, if you want to be honest.
He was my best friend.
It was unique in a way because I'm the oldest brother, so I'm more like a surrogate father than anybody. So like I just spent most of my time running around fussing at people, breaking up fights.
He competed with me with everything, but I had to show him I was like that. Like I come after him, so I got a little bit of you in me, so don't sleep on me. So it was kind of like, you know, I had to let him know, you know, that that's my best friend.
I kind of get everything from him, my mindset, athleticism. Everybody, when you see him, usually see me, and vice versa. But he's like a guide for me. He's been a lot of places that I was going and have been, and he's let me make my own mistakes, but guided me along the way. So he's kind of like my natural life teacher.
It was active, if I could say anything else. It was a lot of running around, chasing behind him, trying to stop him from doing stuff, them beefing, him and my sister, fighting every second. Older brother stuff, sibling stuff.
This place is, real special to us, but Uncle Kurt, I actually named my son after him. So my son's name is Khenzo Curtis Hunter, and I named him after my uncle because his name is James Curtis Hunter, but he went by Curtis. So everybody knew him as Catfish or Kurt. And we were super, super close, man. But so was my Uncle Bug, man. And it's been rough, but I come out here a lot of times just to clear my head. And sometimes I'm vocal. Sometimes I just sit here and look. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I do a little bit of everything. But these men right here, these people, period, like that's my foundation. And that's the stuff I try to instill in my son. That's the stuff I try to instill with my mentees, or anybody that I establish a relationship with, because they taught me certain things.
Friends and family, I want to share with y'all, man. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith in what you're doing. You gotta have faith in what you want, because there's gonna be some things going on out here that you're not gonna understand.
Can you tell us, how did you meet Stanley?
My name is Amy Schrader, and I met Stanley in 7th grade. I was his teacher. And Stanley walked in my door, and I knew immediately that he was somebody I was never going to forget. Stanley became like another member of my family. I was there for him through all kinds of things, when he lost things, when he found things. I remember going to see him when he had to stop playing football at Clemson, and my heart broke for him. But I remember even then, he was never going to give up. And I told him many times, you know, for as young as you are, you're a man with an old soul. And that's still true.
What does this moment mean to both of you? Just being here together.
Go ahead. It's amazing. I've seen it happening. I've been telling him since when we were in prison that we were gonna do something like this. So I've just been waiting on him.
Yeah, man, it's a full circle moment for me, just because, like when I go out and speak, the stuff I've done in the community thus far, I think it's meant something to a lot of people. It's resonated with a lot of people, but to see it now, to see her here with me, and to see her out and about, living her own life, on her own, still on her own journey, but we together, but she's doing her own thing, and she's home and she's free. It means a lot. But putting this together and incorporating her into it, it's like I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. Little does she know. So it means a lot, man. It's a very intimate, full circle moment for me.
What was your first impression of Stanley when you saw him on the football field?
Oh, straight dog. He was a dog, man. Just looking at just everything he was about was just a dog mentality, man. And that's what I tell him today in life, is attack anything else that he does. Keep the same dog mentality as he approaches life, and whether it's family, business, whatever he's doing, apply that same pressure he was applying to them offensive linemen on that field.
All right, but I wanted to play so good. I wanted to be so good. I wanted to be so great. All because I was wanting to make my mama proud. My mama never came to one of my games. So my mentality was, let me ball out on Friday so my name can get in the paper, so my mama can wake up in prison and see my name in the paper. That's what I was working for. That's why I know I was the best, because I knew the guy in front of me hadn't gone through what I had gone through. So my advice to you is, use the stuff that you go through, use the adversity that you're gonna get, because there's gonna be some adversity. I don't care if your parents married, rich, black, white, yellow, green. You're gonna face some stuff down this road that you're not gonna understand, and nobody's gonna be able to help you but you. And it's gonna be your attitude and your work ethic that's gonna pull you out of it.
I don't know how he does it, but he finds a way every single day to make me feel special. I feel like he finds a way to make everyone feel special in his life. his family, mom, brothers, sisters, me as his wife, his son, absolutely. And it seems like he has more than 24 hours in a day sometimes, and I don't know how he does it, but still at the same time being a father, being a husband, and just taking care of the house and working and just doing so much.
What does it mean when you say there's still time left on the clock? What does that mean to you?
To me, man, I played ball, so it started from sports. Just my coaches instilling in us that will to never give up, even if we 3 touchdowns behind and with 2 minutes to go, like the game is still going on. So find something to get. You can still get better, and you can still have you still have an opportunity to win. So I've transferred that train of thought to life, and a lot of times we may feel like, I didn't finish school, man. I ain't got time to go back to school. You still got time left on the clock. It's not an age limit on a degree. You know what I'm saying? A relationship might have went bad with your brother or your cousin or your mother or your father. You still have time to make that right. Even though it may be hard, you still have time. I learned that with my mom. My mom went to jail for 21 years, went to prison. So, a lot of times I felt like when I was younger, the day would never come for us to spend time and love on each other. But it's here now.